it hurts to want something so bad and not be able to get it. Like sometimes you can feel it within your grasp, but it's still not achievable. And I think as believers, that's where, most times we come face to face with our humanity. And, we see entitlement stare at us in the face when we're like, God, I've been praying about this thing so much, or like you have a desire and it's strong on your heart. And you feel like I'm doing all the right things. I'm praying, I'm declaring, I'm confessing, I'm working towards it, and it's just not happening. Funny that my pastor is currently teaching on finding true and lasting happiness. And one of the things that he said, that really stuck to me was how fulfillment comes from the expectations that we create in our hearts. And for me in 2024, I realized that towards the end of the year, the reason why I wasn't feeling fulfilled was because I had a particular expectation in my heart. And this is what I wanted above all else. Trust me, I had a good year. And it will be total ingratitude of me to say that 2024 was not a good year. But did I like 2024? No. Because things didn't exactly go the way I, desired in just one aspect of my life. So I think humans, we are just very somehow. We can be very ungrateful sometimes. So as a believer, what we then do is that we now do not act according to our flesh, but we act according to our spirit, which is, though the fig tree does not blossom, though there's no grapes on the vine, yet I'll rejoice in the Lord, and you allow joy to take over and you allow gratitude to take over, and you won't allow, your emotions and your temporary feelings to dictate how you're going to feel. Oh my God, something always tests me. Well, this is one of the things I learned in 2024. Things might be falling apart, but you don't have to fall apart with it. You have to get up and keep moving no matter what. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Nathan or Mrs. Achem. I am many hates different people in various spaces, but most importantly, all day, every day, I am a child of God. Yeah. 2 disclaimers before I start this video. I'm going to try and shout a bit. So I'm not shouting at you. My generator is on. Everywhere is noisy. So I don't want to have to do too much work on the sound. Secondly, I'm going to be sweating because my generator is on. I can't power my AC. And then I don't want to turn on the fan because of the noise of the fan. But we are going to shoot anyway. Yeah. No excuses in 2025. So this video is more like a video diary. It's a log of my life, and I'm going to be talking about my highs and lows and pretty much just oversharing, on my 2024, how that year went. So feel free to not watch this video. I'm joking. You probably did anything or two. But yeah, let's get straight into it. I'm going to just talk about, like, first of all, the overview of the year. So I came into 2024 quite hopeful. There are certain things that happened in 2023, and I just felt like they were stepping stones, or let me see, they were opening a pathway for me for the things that I desired for 2024. But then January, February, March was just weird. I've been trying to think about it. I can't remember what was going on, and all I know is that it was just passing by. But I remember how I felt at the end of March. I felt like things were not working, like things were not moving. I felt stuck. That feeling that comes, and I'm like, January has started. What's happening? And it's like you're pushing, nothing is moving. And in April, that was when I felt very ill after coming back from Caris Camp meeting, which we have in my church. At Caris Camp, received a lot of like words of prophecies. I was just, very energized for the rest of the year. And then I felt ill, spoke about that. I have a whole video. I was very sick. And, that sickness is one of my, I don't know if highlights is the word now, but it was one of the key moments of 2024 for me. that, God is a keeper, last, life is the most important thing above all else. So like April, May, June, um, I started getting back to work slowly. Then we had like weddings, and also I'm going to take all of that one after the other. That's that my spiritual life. In 2024, I grew spiritually. I was more grounded. And me saying I grew spiritually, I don't mean to say that in a cliche way, because there are years that I declined, spiritually. Like I say that I backslid, the fervor, the fire, was not as much as it had been before. But in 2024, my fire was in check. I was very committed to church. It was much more stable spiritually. I think that in 2023, I might have spoken about, this in my previous, this was 2023 video, but I was still like trying to settle for church and like messed up a bit. Yeah, I'm rooted and planted. I am being watered, very well watered, and I love where I am spiritually. And do I love where I am spiritually? Yeah, but I mean, I'm growing spiritually, especially this year. I've been able to maintain like a consistent routine. And I just like the way everything has been going. I worked more in the gifts of the spirit, prayed more, I preached more. But yeah, that's all that is for spiritual growth in 2024. Moving on, 2024 was the year that I had more speaking engagements than before. I started having more speaking engagements. I had the opportunity and different platforms, to speak, whether online, on site, and I found that very humbling and looking forward to being much more of that in 2025 if God permits. Seeing, because there are times that people have invited me to things that I had to turn down anymore. And like I said, if God permits. Social media growth. 2024 was funny in terms of social media growth. In 2023, my social media skyrocketed. Okay, I started the year with like 5K, ended the year with 50K plus 51, 52, I don't know. And then I don't even think the whole of 2024 I had up to 5K followers. I did have followers. I'm talking on Instagram specifically now because that's where like I have my largest audience as at now. But there was this thing that I was doing on Instagram where I'll just be having like tons of a following, have tons of following, have tons of a following, and it was just like it was just, I don't know, weird. So even if I have like, and I can have like 5,000 followers and 6,000 followers, and my follower count was reducing. But I think every creator faces this at one point in their life. I think it's not something that bothered me too much. I was concerned for some time, but it was okay. I'm like, oh, okay. This one that I got is not by my power. And one thing about me is I always try. Okay, I'm not even perfect at it, but I always try to remind myself of the faithfulness of God. I'm like, this 50K, I don't really feel like I had to do too much to get it. So in the same God that took me times 10 from 5K to over 50K in just a few months, I'm sure that if he wanted to add another zero to that, he could. Okay. And that's just what it was for social media growth. Then for YouTube, I said I was going to do YouTube a lot in 2024, but I wasn't able to. Okay, for some reason or the other, just different excuses. Right now, I can't even place a finger on it, or just time just passes, and for a whole year is gone, and you couldn't do like a lot. Okay, I think content creation for me, pretty much in 2024, I slowed down a bit. Okay, as because I was very busy in 2024, I was trying to do a lot of things at the same time. But yeah, YouTube, I used to have like 2K subscribers on YouTube. I will confirm what I started the year with in 2024, but I ended the year with like 5,000-6,000, and that was because of my wedding videos, which I am coming to. 2024 was my second year in business for Scribed It. Okay, and I would say that as a business year, it was difficult. My first year was good, was smooth. I made a lot of progress. And I don't know if it's because I didn't have like much expectation. It was a new business too. I was just surprised by the growth and, the turnover. Like, oh, okay, so this business can bring in something. But by year two, I had a higher expectation for it, and it just wasn't what I expected. It's not like I didn't make sales. There were some months that I recorded losses in 2024, but at the same time, I just felt like there could be more. There was room for more in terms of, volume, more in terms of, products that we put out, the quality and all of that. And I mean, right now, this year, 2025, that's one of my priorities, to focus more on my business and, get things moving. Like, I have a lot in my head. So it's just like taking that a lot that I have and everything that I know that, oh, Scribed It is capable of doing much more, and, now translating it into actual outputs. Yeah, let me talk about my finances. In 2024, my finances were all over the place. And I think that, if I want to be honest, one thing that stresses me out the most is when I don't have money. And you think that I'm a big spender. I like, but no, I'm not even that kind of person. Truth is that I can have money and I will still not, spend recklessly. I'm an economics guys, have forgotten. So I am very, very mindful with like the way I spend and all of that, but just knowing that the money is there. That peace of mind that comes from seeing money in your bank account, that comes from, I have a desire, I'm able to get it. I might not necessarily always get it, but that ability, yeah, that's what God does it like. I'm not saying, please don't misquote me. I'm not saying that God doesn't like financial freedom, or God doesn't like this thing, but your pace should come from God. Sometimes money becomes an idol. And if you find out that why am I preaching? I said this was a video diary. Well, I'm preaching to my future self, because I watch some of my videos sometimes and I still get blessed. If you find out that the state of your bank account will affect your mood, or will affect, how, maybe the way you relate with people, or will affect whatever else in your life, you should actually check yourself, check your heart. Something is wrong there. And until you correct those things, before, I feel like you're going to won't be able to enter into, the fullness that God has prepared for you in terms of finances. So I think I have come to the place where this is not only the first time I'm learning this lesson, to be honest, but God is my sustainer. God is my provider. I remind myself every time. Because if I begin to open my mouth and talk, I'm like, okay, I'm broke, but this happened. I'm broke, but this happened. We I'm saying broke. I know they say some people's broken brokey. I don't know where I belong, but I wish I had much more money. I'm sure won't rich people wish they had much more money than, they currently do. But I just wish that I had a goal. Let me just say that I had a goal and I wasn't able to achieve that goal, and it made me feel some type of way. To cut the long story short, but one day, very soon, I'm going to take this as a topic and really, really enter into it and teach on finances and financial freedom and trusting God. What God is a provider. God is a provider, because there are certain things that happen in my life. I'm like, how did this super happen? To their future, and just be rest assured that God will always sort the deal. I've never been stranded. I've never been stranded. I have never been stranded, and I'll never will be, because God's by my side always. 2024 was a year of weddings. Okay. In May 2024, my friend Tolu Makiwa got married. My friends Fortune and Ostage got married. My friend Pelumi got married to a boom. Lydia and Doi got married. That's 4 people that are like close to me and my family, that are very important to me, got married. And it was just fun, like something to celebrate. And a lot of times I kept trying to like snap out of it. Oh my God, look at us. Because there is some of these friends that I've known like since very young, and it's just like, look at us getting married and what's not. Before you know, they start with children running around. And I mean, it's just really, really exciting. And to see growth, sometimes you cannot see your own growth, but when you look at other people around you, you're able to tell that, oh, we're actually growing while we're growing old. So yeah, that was fun in 2024. And then of course there was my wedding. So in 2024, I got married. Yeah. Like, I'm never going to forget that. I'm just saying, I got married and it was a beautiful wedding. I had my dream wedding without even actually having a dream. But if I was supposed to have a dream, I would dream of the wedding that I had. Do you even get what I mean? And I married to like a good man. I think I deliberately had to be more grateful for my wedding and my marriage because at first I was just feeling like, it's just wedding, but come up, I don't need that. No, it's not just wedding, it's not just marriage. As much as I don't see it as an achievement, it's something to be grateful to God for. Because when you have certain privileges or you have certain things that people are praying for, and it just seems like come easy to you or follow your laps or whatever the case might be, you don't tend to like see the gradual of it and, be able to properly appreciate it. You might just see that privilege as, oh, this is normal. This just happens. Say you come from like a rich family and at age 18, they already like bought you a car, and your parents have changed your car like 2-3 times. So you don't know when somebody's like 30 and like, oh my God, I just bought my first car. You might not understand, the joy of that. For marriage is not a car. I just tried to make it understand, but I hope you understand what I mean. Talking about cars, let's talk about some new stuff that I got in 2024. I got a new car in 2024, and yeah, I was so when you've wanted something so long and it comes and you're just overwhelmed, like the excitement itself is not so there. But I mean, I think it's one now a few months later because I finally just repainted my car. I worked on some things with my car. Performance is better. And if you know me, you know that I like to drive. And I did drive. Then I said I did drive. I did drive. And now my car did drive. Like, where am I? I did match up. I did match up. He's arguing for me, guys, because I did truly match up and he did drive. This is not my first car, guys. I've had a few cars, but for some time I was without a car because of certain situations that happened. I had to travel out from Lagos, come back, start my life afresh from ground zero. So that was like a major thing for me. I'd been praying particularly for this. I'm like, God, I need this, and eventually the way it happened. I can't even open my mouth and say outside how much I got my car. I got it is a small baby Benz. And the prestige, I didn't even understand it because to me it was just like normal car. I wouldn't even have gone for it. If you asked me what I wanted to buy, I'm an SUV girl, okay. But now I'm enjoying that sports car. Well, anyways, if you would have asked me, oh, what would you like to buy or something, I would never have mentioned a Mercedes. But this opportunity came, like it fell on my laps. I was able to afford it. And whenever I go around, people are always respecting me. It's like, and they will also bill you. That's the anointing. The money that they think I have is what I am praying to God to have. Because, let's just keep quiet. Well, yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to God. That was a big deal. That was a big deal for me. And yeah, God did it. Like I prayed and I prayed. I was going through my wish list in 2023 and I wrote, oh, get a new car. That was when I was doing like review in my Thanksgiving journal. And then I saw that, oh, okay, it didn't happen in 2020, but 2024, I don't even know whether I still wrote it. Or I think normally when I don't have my goals answered, I just carry them over to the next year. Unless, I have clarity that this thing is not what God wants you to do. But certain things like, oh, I want a car, for instance, I want a camera. Okay. If I don't get it this year, I will, in the mighty name of Jesus. I will carry it over to the next year because I know I will see by it whether I like it or not. So I think that was what happened. And finally be able to tick that off. Like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I started entrepreneur. That was another page on Instagram. I don't know whether it's my busybody that just like started this, but I wanted a platform where I was going to do more of like focus more on like my career, be able to share insights, knowledge. And Anointed is more lifestyle. That's on Instagram now. Because I think on YouTube I just pack everything together. It's more lifestyle. It's more me sharing my faith. And I mean, my faith is like bulk of my lifestyle. Things that I like to do. Say like I like to cook. But professionally speaking, if you want to know who I am, then entrepreneur is a place. And it's just me sharing, knowledge that can be helpful, things that I have learned. And I have learned quite a lot in my few years in the industry. So yeah, and that has been growing. I wanted it to grow much more, but truth is that I didn't put in as much to demand the results that I want. So I can't even make it demand. But when I, focus on it, when I feed it, when I grow it deliberately, then I'm sure that I'm going to see the result, because it does have a lot of potential with the things that I have, planned for it. So that was one new thing that I started in 2024. Another thing is gym, guys. I became a gym girly in August of 2024. And funny enough, in 2023, I said that I went to gym for the first time in November 2023. I just stumbled on like one of my previous stories recently of how I went to gym for the first time and nearly died. I had never gone to gym prior, and that day I didn't even do serious work. The day that it was, we're in Port Harcourt, and my husband was going, fiance at the time was going, my brother also was going. So I'm like, let me just follow them. As I nearly fainted. But then I knew that I wanted to be more fit. Okay, my fiance's tell me that, I mean, my husband is telling me that, oh, that I don't have to necessarily say, oh, I want to lose weight, but I have to be fit. It's very, very important to be fit. And I wanted to be, because aside having like certain health challenges, I no get strength. You okay? I no get strength. Breeze blowing like this, I no fall. Like every small thing, I'm tired. So I just wanted to be stronger. And I was at the beginning of 2024, I was drinking. I was like, I wasn't drinking. I was serious. But I was like, I want to do honeymoon body. You guys do summer body. So I'm like, let me do honeymoon body for my husband. So in August, I started working, but it's not that easy. It doesn't happen like that overnight. But because of my husband is a gym rat at this point, so I might as well. It's always fun to find something that your partner is interested in and also be interested in it, so that you can also find time to bond. But instead of him going out in the morning and leaving me, we don't always work out together anyway. But at least we are going to gym together and we're coming back together. So that has been fun and I like it. I always like a good challenge, guys. So I think that's one of the reasons why I stuck with the gym thing. So let's see how that goes this year. Who knows? You will see my gains very soon. One of my biggest highlights for 2024 was friendships. Okay. And I think that it was like maybe during the whole wedding period with all of my friends getting married, it just began to dawn on me more and more how very, very, very important friends are, and how my friends have been very, very faithful, very loyal to me. And I love it. I was thinking about it the other day and I nearly teared up. My girls have been consistent in my life. This year, in July or so, my birthday year, they threw a surprise birthday for me that I wasn't really, really happy with, because I didn't want a surprise, but it just shows how sometimes I just wonder, like, why do people do these things? Like, do you really love me that much? Like, you leave your house, you take your time, you plan. Like, I really, really do appreciate it, but particularly for my wedding. Like, seeing my friends, you know, be around for me on that day, it was a big deal for me. Like, seeing all of them run around. I said I didn't want to do Ashrabi. They insisted that they're going to do Ashrabi for the trad. Seeing them look colorful, look good. Especially, just special shout out to Okona, to Ronke, to Palumi and Shola, and who else? Can't remember. But I mean, I have other friends that were present, but particularly these ones, because I feel like, how do I put it without oversharing? But they get what I mean. Like, being there at every point in my life, consistently, through my highs, through my lows, through, everything that I've had to be there. It's like, this person was my friend back then. This person did not leave me and I was going through shit. This person is still here now celebrating with me again. It's like, what did I do to deserve this kind of love, this kind of consistency? And I really, really appreciate them for this in particular. One day I'm going to be able to, talk more. Who knows? and appreciate them better. Like, but I have plans for my friends. I really, really wish I could do more for them. Aside, like, showing all be there for them. Friendships, people don't expect, they don't do things with like expecting something in return, but paid flight tickets. You were there. Rogens followed me to Echo. They still did bridal shower for me. They still, like, I don't know. It just weighs so much on my heart, to be honest. And if I could give them the word, that's why if I know that my friend has a need and I can meet it, I will meet it without a doubt. And shout out to my girlies. Thank you. I might not say this to your face often. I should, but you have no idea how much your presence, oh my God, Ontario. But you have no idea how much your presence means to me. I know that's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them are going to watch this video, but yeah, thank you for sticking with me. And thank you for standing by me. Okay, that's enough. There was no way I was going to say that without tearing my friend 3 million notes. Oh yeah, my family too. For the same reason, but it feels like family, they don't have choice, they have to stick with you. I mean, I know people that have bad family and that their family doesn't like them, but my family, my siblings, my mom, my dad, they're like the best. We've like God handpicked us for each other. Okay, in 2024, we really wipe my tears so you not be distracted. In 2024, I only jumped on another movie project, which is KOJ Visuals, the production company that I co-own with my brothers. We did our first production in 2021 now, or 2022 was when it was released. Can't remember. Yeah. Abi? Yeah. So we worked on another movie last year. It's coming out soon. Watch out, guys. I'm so excited for this one. It is good. That's all I can say. But yeah, that's something else I worked on in 2024. And lastly, I think I'm done talking. I told you that much did not happen this year. My YouTube got monetized, guys. And this YouTube I've been doing YouTube for 7 years. I'm currently at 7,000 followers or so. 7,000 something, but just getting to the point where my YouTube got monetized, like, it was a big deal. Even though I know that it's my wedding content that like blew up and some cooking for fufu and all of that finally helped me to like reach my watch hours. But it's like if you pour it into something, even though I mean I can't claim to be as consistent, but my consistency is different because I have showed up every year on YouTube since I started. Even though it's 5 videos a year, 6 videos for me, but there are times that I have this streak of posting. But sometimes you just get discouraged where you're not seeing any result. But now that I'm monetized, I think that it's even much more the encouragement for me to keep creating more. And yeah, shout out to all of you that have been supporting me so far. I love watching this video. In summary, I think that 2024, like I said, was a good year. I can't say that the year was not good. It will be total ingratitude of me to say that 2024 was great. I had a lot of high moments, even some that I cannot remember in this video. Okay, and I'm grateful to God for that. The things that I'm believing God for, the thing that did not happen the thing that did not happen in 2024, I'm sure that it would happen this year. I'm super excited for this year. And yeah, let's see what 2025 holds. So if I had to ask 2025 and any question, which I'm going to answer this was 2024. No, this was 2025 when I'm doing like the recap of this year. I would ask her, how are you? How has your first year of marriage been? Your soul winning goals, did you reach it? Did you actually go out every week to preach? You're reaching our B. How many currencies are you earning it? Did you get an all expense paid trip? I think that questions are personal. I'm going to do it different video and keep them there so that in 2020, at the end of 2024, I saw people do those videos where they ask themselves. Yeah, I'm going to ask myself and see how that goes. So yeah.